Hi there and welcome. This is Tammy with Country Girls Tumblers. Today we're going to be working on a Galaxy Nebula themed tumbler. And I got the idea from Summer at LittleLeeandRose. She did this on a tumbler and I had the water bottle, so I thought it would be a good idea. So all I did was spray paint black and white on this tumbler. And we're using turquoise, Baja Blue, and purple alcohol inks. What you need to do is, once you've spray painted your tumbler or your water bottle, your black, let that dry for about 20 minutes, and then spray your white so that you have just little bursts of white randomly over whatever you're working on. Let that dry. And then I went in with my alcohol inks. And I'm using a textured sponge that I got from the Walmart craft area. And I am just going through and putting the alcohol ink either on the sponge itself or randomly on the bottle and just dabbing. I'm not using a brushing motion. I'm just dabbing up and down to get this alcohol ink over the area. Make sure that whenever you're working with it, you're dabbing. You don't have to get a full coat, but just you want to make sure you extend past the white areas into the black. And you'll see me go back and forth with the different color sponges. And actually, just this bottle is got 91% rubbing alcohol in it, and that is it. That way, that'll help rejuvenate the alcohol ink so that I can continue to move it around some. I want to get it. It's really hot the day that I was working on this. It was like 98 degrees. So everything was working outside with the alcohol ink. It was kind of working against me. So that's why you see me pick up the alcohol bottle randomly and spray. Also, as the bigger drops of alcohol hits the alcohol ink, it allows that alcohol ink to disperse some, so you have more texture, more movement in the alcohol ink, and it kind of gives a little better look. So here I'm blowing to kind of get that alcohol ink to dry just a little bit faster so that I can get that texture in there. Yeah, I want to apologize in advance. I took a lot of this video and I had to cut certain parts out. And to work, for it to work better. I didn't want this video at 45 minutes long, as some of this would have been. So here we're going with a clear coat. Now that we've got the alcohol ink the way that I like it, I'm just going to put a good clear coat over this to seal that alcohol ink in for the next step. We're going to let this dry for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then we will go in with apple barrel white, acrylic paint, and glow in the dark paint that I got from Walmart. And we're going to put our Galaxy, our Milky Way, our shooting stars on using a dotting tool. And here I'm just putting the paint on the dotting tool and just dotting wherever I want a star to be. And here we're putting the shooting stars on, so you can see I'm putting a dot and then dragging that paint out. And to do the Milky Way area, I did the same thing, but a longer section of it. And with the Milky Way, I used just the glow in the dark, and because I didn't want that white hue, so that it really popped and made it, extremely noticeable. Because the Milky Way, we don't really notice it that much anymore. To me, it's kind of hidden in the sky, but so doing the Milky Way, I did kind of the same method as you see me doing the stars. I'm putting a dot and dragging out from the center of that star. So with the Milky Way, I put a dot and then dragged left and right a short distance on my way down, if that makes sense. And I'm sorry I didn't get that full part. I will probably go back and do another tumbler like this, using different colors. But this is what it's looking like. You can see the blues, the purples, the shooting stars, the turquoise. So once we get the star area and the shooting stars looking the way that you would want them to look, I actually went in and put a clear coat over this to seal it in. And I used my Cricut and cut out the word dream, with the D being a little bigger and the M being smaller, to kind of go with the flow of the shooting stars. Once I get that on, I put just a real thin coat of the clear coat over that to kind of help seal in the letters. And about 20 minutes after that dried, we went in with LittleLeeandRose Quick Cure epoxy. And this is a 1x1 mixing, except it is by weight. It is not by amount. It is by weight. So once we get that mixed up, you do not want to mix it very long because it is quick cure, so it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Here I'm using my LittleLeeandRose epoxy scale. And you, like I said, you want to mix it by weight. So if you're using 1 gram of part A, you want to use 1 gram of part B. So we're going to mix this, and I don't get the full thing because my husband said that because I was outside. I'm outside. I'm usually smoking, so yeah, I had to cut a lot out. But also, I don't think you need to see me smearing epoxy on the whole time either. So once you mix this we're going to put it on our water bottle. And because the water bottle has threads up at the top, so I started about an inch down from the threads and put my epoxy on and spread it up towards the thread, and then started smearing down away from the threads to the bottom of the bottle. And you want to get a good coat of that all the way around your bottle. I actually had to do 2 coats because this is real time, so you will see how fast this starts to set up. And I'm sorry, I am out of frame. I did not realize that until later. So you'll just put your epoxy on and you'll spread it so that you have an even coat all the way around the bottle. Me, I actually had to do 2 coats on this because it was starting to harden up so fast that I was not able to complete the bottle with the first coat. So I actually did 2 coats. Once that is cured, about 30 minutes, and it was completely cured with me because it was 98 degrees outside. So once that was completely cured, I went in with a regular Tumbler Coating epoxy, and I mixed 20 milliliters. So that was more of a flood coat than it was just a standard coat. And it came out really smooth. So I did not do more than 1 coat of the regular tumbler epoxy after doing 2 coats of this, because like I said, the regular coat was 20 milliliters, which give a good flood coat, and it left everything super smooth. Here you see me putting on that final bit of that epoxy. And here's where it's starting to stick to my fingers, so I'm trying to wave off the stragglies. But once you get this completed and you get a good coat of this all the way around, you want to go back in with your normal epoxy that you use every day on your tumblers and put a good coat of that around to seal in the quick coat, or the quick cure rather. Here's what it looks like. Then we'll put our 2 coats on of our quick cure, our regular epoxy, and we'll be done. Y'all, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up so that I know that you like my videos, and I hope to see you next time.